Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's LinkedIn Live, where we will be showcasing the 15 new startups part of Ascension 2021. My name's Nick Beliveau. I'm the head of marketing at Fintech Cadence, and it's a pleasure to have you with us for this big event. We're very excited because this is our first cohort that's going to be 100% online for obvious reasons, and we had tons of applications from coast to coast to coast. This year we have startups from really across Canada, and for the first time today, you'll be having the chance to discover who they are. So if you have not heard of the Ascension program before, essentially it's an incubation program for early stage fintech startups. It's a 12-week program that kicks off right now, and each week startups will be meeting with our network of industry experts to be able to challenge them week by week over different themes and essentially help them scale their businesses over the next 3 months. This program will conclude with a demo day that we'll be announcing very shortly that we invite you to come and attend, because today the startups only have 1 minute to pitch, but the demo day it'll be much lengthier and you'll be able to learn more about these startups. In tonight's event, during this lunchtime event, we'll also be joined by Lael El Hadi, the executive director at Fintech Cadence, who will be sharing some insights we got about how we selected these 15 startups, as well as Elvis Wong, the director of the IFH Lab, who will be sharing some observations that we got from looking at startups from across the country and what we could gather from looking at all those applications. So without further ado, let's kick it off. We're going to start off by welcoming the 5 first teams, followed by Elvis. And let's get started. I'm excited.
Hello everybody, my name is Melanie Delgado and I am a co-founder at Mind the Gap. Our mission is to democratize estate planning services so that every Canadian will have the help they need to go through a succession process. We intend to do so by building a white label application that will use data aggregation technologies to automatically identify all of the assets, liabilities, recurrent payments, and recurrent deposits of an user. This will help to plan and execute their estate. We're a very young startup, but in our year of life, we made it to the top 5 of the National Bank Innovation Competition and the Desjardins Fintech Challenge. Our hope is to put out in the market our proof of concept in the second half of this year. Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Daniel. I'm co-founder and CEO at Khalsa. Khalsa is an app that lets you save and invest with those you care about for things like trips, weddings, birthdays, the down payment on a house, or even retirement. The problem we're trying to solve is not have people have to manage all of these things across text messages, WhatsApp, Interact e-transfers, spreadsheets, and so forth. We started the company in early 2020, and since then we've secured all of the regulatory licenses that will enable us to intake user funds. In addition, we've developed an MVP that's currently on the Apple App Store, and it's being tested by beta users. We are looking to officially launch in Q1 of 2021. And if you'd like to learn more, we'd love to connect. Cheers.
Hi everyone, my name is Olga and I am the founder of Bounce. We are the insurtech platform for the future of work. Now, we created this company because we saw a few critical trends within the Canadian market. The first is a sharp rise in contract, freelance, or gig work. Now, the second is a really fast decline of insurance coverage amongst the segment, especially when it comes to really important personal products like life insurance, critical illness, or even health insurance coverage. If this trend continues, by 2030, there'll be over 18.5 million self-employed and uninsured Canadians. Now, I spoke to hundreds of these self-employed workers across Canada over the past few months, and I asked them, why aren't you investing in life insurance or some of these other critical products? They told me insurance is expensive, it's confusing, and it's also hard to find. So because of that, we created Bounce. Now, the first thing we do with self-employed workers is we help them to understand their unique risk profiles. This tells them what type of insurance products they really should be investing in. And then we match them to the most cost-effective insurance options on the market. And everything is done digitally on our platform. Now, the one thing we're looking for currently is partners that can help us reach a critical mass of these self-employed workers. And together, we want to work to make sure that the future of work in Canada is protected. I'm Olga, and this is Bounce.
Hello, my name is John, and I am the founder of Whatify. What if I sell my house here in Vancouver and move my family to Montreal or San Fran? What if I rent out the basement or post on Airbnb? What if I hire developers in Latin America or India or the East Coast, work remote, or set up an office? Whatify is a highly visual, low-code financial scenario builder and projections platform. We make it easy for advisors and professionals to visually create, calculate, share, and present multiple financial scenarios to their clients. No spreadsheets, no formulas, all in real time. Instead, think decision tree logic combined with the power of Excel and a little bit of Google reviews thrown into the mix. Our secret sauce? By connecting together a series of pre-built events, think of a house event or a mortgage event or an ETF event, we can rapidly model multiple concurrent financial scenarios, all built in a fraction of the time it would take a traditional advisor to build. Ultimately, Whatify is a translator, and we are better connecting professionals with their clients.
Orchidb is the first end-to-end back-office platform for the self-employed and small and medium enterprises. Our objectives are twofold. Firstly, to be the leading next-generation provider of holistic administrative services, and secondly, to procure and integrate the best in-breed technology providers for the ultimate client experience. I founded Orchidb because I want to provide courage to the self-employed and SMEs who represent over 90% of businesses globally. Orchidb will simply accelerate creativity, reducing time, cost, and anxiety that go with running a business. Ultimately, entrepreneurs need to focus on what they do best. That is, develop their vision, their craft, and their skill without burden. My name is Claudio Romano. I have over 20 years' experience in complex business and technology transformations, including entrepreneurship. I have built a highly motivated and experienced team based in Montreal, Toronto, Paris, London, and Singapore. We are ready to scale the business, so please join us. Orchidb is a reality, and it's coming soon.
Hi everyone, this is Elvis Wong from Fintech Cadence. What great first 5 pitches. This year's Ascension program was more competitive than ever before, with applications from across the country, from PEI to British Columbia. We had 8 provinces represented and even had applications from the UK, France, and Mexico. In total, almost 40% of applicants had a female founder on their teams, and they represented a full range of fintech, from real estate to personal financial management to business intelligence software. Over this past year, the fintech landscape has been changing rapidly, and there's more interest in fintech from the public now than ever before. We're all aware of what happened with Robinhood and GameStop. At Fintech Cadence, we're at the forefront of Canadian fintech innovation, and we want to highlight 3 things that we've been seeing on the ground. First is the rise of B2B to C, or business to consumer, as a business model for Canadian fintechs. This is where a company sells a product or service to a business, gaining customers and or data from that business that they then get to keep and use. A full 40% of our applications for this year's cohort identify B2B2C as their primary business model. The reality is that in Canada, getting in front of users directly can be incredibly difficult and expensive. Increasingly, entrepreneurs realize that a pathway to scale is to sell their products through partners. For fintech, these could include merchants, large employers, financial institutions, and even nonprofits and governments. One piece of insight that we have for startups is that a signed contract is just the beginning of the sale. Getting a large employer is an important step, but after that, what happens? Do they promote the products once, every week, every day? Repeatability of implementation and post-signing success are two important factors to consider for B2B2C sales. The second is that we're on the cusp of an explosion in embedded finance. Embedded finance is best understood as integrating a financial service or technology into a traditionally non-financial service. Think of your Starbucks app or Uber, for example. Financial institutions, big tech, and startups are all increasingly battling to have ownership of these payment channels. Just last week, Shopify announced that they've expanded their payment service, ShopPay, to all Shopify merchants selling across both Facebook and Instagram. A few weeks before that, RBC announced a partnership to offer their own buy now, pay later service that will be integrated with select merchants. Payments, purchasing insurance, accessing credit, these will all become more and more convenient and more integrated into the daily financial lives of Canadians. And it will be incredibly interesting to see how the space continues to shape out and what this means for the future of fintech here. Our last trend that we want to point out is perhaps the least sexy, but also the most important, or perhaps one of the most important as well. And this is based off of the outcomes on the COVID-19 pandemic and how it's accelerated digitization. Certain financial tasks, like buying insurance, getting a mortgage, completing a will, have all been for many, many years a painful and difficult process. Entrepreneurs have known this and have been working on digitizing these workflows, but the outcome of the COVID pandemic has been that these industries have changed more in the past year than they have in the previous 5. Now institutions with previously archaic processes are rapidly adopting technology, and users are more and more comfortable with doing these tasks completely online. This is an important and necessary shift for fintech adoption in Canada. So again, the 3 things that we see in the ecosystem today are 1, the rise of B2B2C, 2, the era of embedded finance, and 3, the long-needed end-to-end digitalization of our services. Now, without further ado, we're pleased to announce 5 more fintechs.
Hey, fellow fintech innovators. My name is Salman Mullah, and I am the CEO and co-founder of a company called Fifo. So, what is Fifo? Fifo is a financial technology company based out of Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, that is on a mission to make financial literacy accessible to all. And how are we doing that? Well, Canadians are currently struggling with financial literacy just because they didn't get taught it in school, or maybe their parents didn't teach it, the fundamentals to them. Well, now they're looking to the internet. They're looking to alternative sources for them to learn these financial skills. Well, we have a way for the consumers of financial institutions such as banks and credit unions can offer them an integrative financial literacy tool that will then backtrack them into the banking institution to actually execute on these financial services and products that they're learning on that will help them reach their goals.
My name is Chris Gorey. I'm the founder of Blanket Health. I've been in insurance since 1995, and for the last 15 years, I've been selling employee benefits coverage to tech startups across the country. I've also been teaching on benefits and tech to countless advisors from coast to coast. And I keep hearing the same thing from both advisors and from startups, that there has to be an easier way to get employee benefits coverage and an easier way to maintain a plan. So that's why we've built Blanket Health. Blanket Health is going to be available to advisors on a quarterly subscription basis. It has 4 components. Number 1, we've built Canada's first employee benefits rating engine. So companies with 2 to 50 employees can get live quotes from multiple insurance companies, and the quotes are customized to fit their needs and their budget. Number 2, it's completely digital. No more PDFs for employers and employees to complete. Number 3, we integrate with leading HR platforms. And number 4, we've built bots so that employees can ask questions about what coverage is included, and they can do this via Slack or text. So thanks for accepting us into the Fintech Cadence program. We're excited that with your help, we're going to build a fantastic platform that's going to be the go-to platform for insurance advisors across the country.
Hi, I am Mito Morales, CEO of Alfie. Alfie is a marketplace of financial products based on financial education. We create a new safe and fair digital channel for users, and we mix in the platform with gamification techniques, serious game, and behavioral economics to finally transform financial users in the traditional markets into sustainable financial clients for the future. We have an ecosystem approach serving different type of stakeholders. In one side, governments like to Mexican governments, and the other side, financial leaders like to BBVA and Santander in Latin America, and Alfie of intermediary. With this model, we have created a market of 70 million users. Please help us to bring the real financial education for the whole world. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Karen Moynihan, the CEO of Boss Insights. Boss Insights works with banks, credit unions, and private lenders. We offer them real-time financial information on their business customers in minutes. What we provide is a single connection to accounting, banking, and commerce information on demand. And we give it to them so that they can accelerate their business lending models from months to minutes. How much acceleration? We showed over the past 3 years that we can accelerate business lending models by 80%. So that means if you're a bank, credit union, or private lender, and you're servicing SMB, commercial businesses, venture debt, or something similar, you can take 1/5 of the time you're doing today. That's the power of automated data in real time. We are really excited to have been working with our partners and clients for the past 3 years, and we have case studies and testimonials available on our website to show our results. We're also really proud of the Boss Insights team who has generated this product, taken us to market, and we've won awards like Executive Leader in Lending and also Open Banking Excellence's Small and Medium Business Award this past year. We're looking to work with banks, credit unions, and private lenders who are looking for access to real-time data so that they can proactively serve their business customers and delight them. We also look for partners in market like advisory firms, loan operating systems, and other technology providers so that we can proactively and collaboratively go after the market and serve them. My name's Karen Moynihan. I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you. Please reach out to us for a 15-minute meeting at bossinsights.com. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Uriel and I'm the co-founder of Aqui Solution. The profound desire of any real estate investor is to find the perfect property to buy it at the right price and to generate above or market rental value. Yet finding that the right data to properly assess a real estate investment today is a real hustle. Investors have to search through countless number of websites to find information about similar property which were sold. They have to do the same thing to find rental information, and then they have to crunch all that into static or outdated Excel sheet, and they are supposed to make $1 million decisions based on incomplete and partial information. At Aqui Solution, we wanted to solve that. We wanted to leverage the power of data analytics and artificial intelligence to provide a real estate investor with valuable insight at their fingertips so that they can make data-driven decisions. We have created a business intelligence platform that leverages data to help real estate investors find, assess, and finance their next purchase. So if you like us, you would like to empower the real estate investor, feel free to contact us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm the Executive Director of Fintech Cadence, Leah Al-Hadi. I'm very excited to have just seen 10 startups pitching, and I'm also very excited to welcome them as part of our new cohort for the Ascension program 2021. This is our 4th year for running the program, and as we're seeing, it's getting better and better year after year with all of the stakeholders and all of the ecosystem engaging to support us. Some key things for you guys to note for this year's cohort. 1, for the first year, this is the first time we're seeing 5 provinces accepted into the program. As Elvis had mentioned earlier, we had 8 different provinces in our application, and we're excited to see the 5 representatives come across. Now, of course, we're seeing startups from Ontario and Quebec. Makes sense, strong financial sectors, large populations. But we're also really excited to see representations from British Columbia, completely opposite side of where Fintech Cadence is based, to also see a representation from the Atlantic region, from New Brunswick, and last but not least, to see representation from Saskatchewan, not only because it's the province that I'm from, but also because it's nice to see that we're expanding and that fintech is becoming a more and more bigger sector within the Prairie region. The second thing that we're also excited to announce about this year's cohort is that there are 9 verticals accepted into the program. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there are 4 main verticals that I think are really key for you guys to keep in mind. The first one is PropTech. As we're seeing and as we know, the real estate sector is growing in Canada. A lot of Canadians are becoming more and more engaged and are looking to see how they can become involved. So it only makes sense that our products and services are also modernizing and expanding into the PropTech field. So be on the lookout for the startups that represent the PropTech vertical. The second vertical that is also very exciting for us to see grow, and that's really because it's addressing the needs that we're facing today. It's no surprise to anyone that with what's happening in COVID-19, in the era of COVID-19, that we're seeing companies come up with solutions to help Canadians with their life insurance, with their home insurance, with their car insurance, and other major components that they need to be aware of. And so we're seeing the insurtech sector in general and fintech grow, and happy to see that we have representation this year from the insurtech sector within our Ascension program. The third vertical to keep in mind that we have this year is the payments vertical. We know Payments Canada is looking to launch its real-time rails in 2022. So we're happy to see that innovation is already spurring and starting from now to help Canadians with all payment services and businesses as well within the sphere. And last but not least, a vertical for you to keep in mind is responsible finance. I think in today's day and age, not being aware, not being involved, not supporting and creating positive impact is just not a given anymore. And so seeing companies that are really focusing on building products that are responsible in the financial sector is very inspiring to see. The last statistic I want to leave you with is our parity statistic. We are at 47% representation of female founders in this year's cohort. Now, this might seem like it should be an obvious number, but I do want to remind you of the fact that Deloitte had announced in 2019, 3.1% of fintech founders globally were female. And so slowly but surely, Fintech Cadence is trying to ensure we have parity amongst founders and ensuring that startups, no matter what the background or demographic, are really being supported as they develop into their next milestone. Before I introduce the last 5 startups, I want to leave you with how can you support these startups in the Ascension program. 1, startups are always looking at this stage for capital. If you can support them through there, that would be phenomenal. 2, partnerships with financial institutions, accessing and opening your network to them would be really appreciated, I'm sure, and helping them create those relationships that are really important and necessary for them as they go through their development stages. And last but not least, you can support them with visibility, share these videos, connect with them, help share their posts, let Canadians know that these products and services are available to them. And I think our startups would be very, very grateful to see that happening and support coming from the ecosystem in that shape. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the last 5 startups from the Ascension 2021 cohort. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Arshad Morelli, and I'm the founder of Rivi. We make software that helps businesses build a better performing workforce by automating manual payroll processes, accelerating the velocity of pay, and delivering enhanced personal financial wellness for employees. Rivi's employee performance platform enables businesses to pay their employees on a schedule that works for them, including on a daily basis. By automating the current manual processes and incorporating business-specific rules, employers simply set up their payroll and let it run unattended while they focus on higher value tasks. As we've seen lately, there's an increasing appetite for employees to be able to access their pay before payday. We all know that so many people are struggling financially, and businesses that offer a daily pay benefit can expect to increase retention and better engagement for their employees, which translates to improved performance and a better bottom line. Daily payroll is the most important benefit in a post-COVID world. For more information, please visit our website at www.rivi.com. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Trevor. I'm one of the co-founders of Monki. So Monki is a mobile app focused on financial literacy and inclusion. So we educate users on core financial concepts and provide transparent info on relevant financial service providers. Our goal is to empower informed financial decision making. So Monki app is free for the end user, and our lessons are broken down to smaller modules and include lots of animations, graphics, skill testing questions, and other assets to go and keep learning and engaging. Now the competitive advantage of Monki is our learning management system that allows us to easily go and create scalable lessons using a drag and drop lesson builder. We also allow other organizations to go and build lessons on the Monki app underneath their own organization portals. The other fun thing about Monki is their financial literacy credit score. So this is something that we're developing that allows us to go and correlate users' financial education they demonstrate on the app with real-world financial performance, allowing us to go and provide a risk assessment based on financial education, which is helpful for people lacking traditional financial indicators, formal employment, or assets, or things like that. Thanks.
Hi there, I'm Chuck Allen, and I'm the CEO of Connect Markets. Connect removes friction from the lending process and makes lending faster, easier, and far less complicated for everyone involved. The process of getting a loan today is identical to the process 50 years ago, 100 years ago, maybe even 200 years ago. It's slow, inefficient, and it's expensive, and it doesn't provide choices for borrowers. And anyone that's tried to get a loan understands how few choices there really are. So Connect has reinvented how lending gets done by creating a product-driven two-way platform and web application that uses our proprietary AI algorithms to intelligently match and connect those needing loans with those looking to lend money. It improves the entire lending process. And for lenders, we act as a digital lead generation engine, providing them not just with increased deal flow, but it's deal flow that actually matches their lending criteria. And for the borrowers and the brokers, we provide transparency and more choice, leading to them getting the best deal for their specific needs. Thanks. We're Connect.
Hi everyone, my name is Jen Legier and I'm co-founder of Cuber. Cuber is a mobile app that was designed to help people change their behavior with their money and learn to build up an emergency fund. Since our launch in 2018, we've moved $2 million into the Cuber vault. Users come in saving nothing and get up to saving about $200 a month. Users are logging into the app 4 times a week, and one of our best metrics is our retention rate. 65% of users continue to save with Cuber after a year. We make money through various partnerships, so we work with employers and the social sector to offer automated match-based savings programs, and we also work with financial institutions to embed financial advisory services, wealth management products, and insurance products directly in the Cuber app.
Hello, my name is Christopher Tufford, and I'm the founder and CEO of Green Apple Pay, the future of digital fundraising. Green Apple Pay is a digital fundraising platform to help organizations like charities, teams, schools, and churches generate steady recurring revenue by making it seamless for their stakeholders to contribute through their normal everyday spending. We're like a cashback credit card for organizations that fundraise. The problem is every year these organizations lose out on millions of dollars in donations as their old-fashioned fundraising activities do not align with their stakeholders' participation and spending habits, and COVID-19 has highlighted this problem. Green Apple Pay helps organizations tap into those millions of lost contributions with new digital revenues produced through spare change and cashback rewards from their stakeholders' everyday spending. What differentiates Green Apple Pay is we use banking APIs to track user spending to generate commissions and revenue automatically without the need for constant user engagement. Green Apple Pay has a massive opportunity to chart the path of organizational fundraising for the next decade. My name is Christopher Tufford, and I'm the founder and CEO of Green Apple Pay, the future of digital fundraising.
All right. Well, there we have it. The 15 new startups of the 4th cohort of Ascension. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, and congratulations once again to the 15 teams. Those were some awesome pitches, and now they could only go up from there, essentially, for the demo day. We're going to be working with teams to dive deeper into their business models and especially tweak the pitches so they're as best as they can be for the demo day in about 3 months' time. So we hope you all enjoyed. We invite you to well, as Lyle mentioned, follow the teams, support them in any way you can. We're really trying to build the Canada's FinTech hub, and how we do that is by collaborating and helping each other out. So stay tuned. We're going to be showcasing more about these teams coming soon. We'll be sharing a blog post as well with links to all their websites for your convenience. So make sure to keep an eye out for that. But yeah, thanks for tuning in to today's event, and stay tuned for Demo Day in the spring. Thanks, everyone. Take care.